Mother assails daughter, son assails father, wife assails mother-in-law. Oh, the pilgrimages. Only one or two madmen depart, whimpering songs, but when they reach the edge of the village, the people throw stones at them and set the dogs loose. The monks flee the monasteries by the dozens, and they throw the cowl to the ground. Priests and the friars take wives, and yet they have a point. People vandalize the old paintings, the stalls of the churches, the statues. Woe befall the idol worshippers, they cry out. So things are in times of strife. The problem is that we let things go this far.
There are changes in belief, too. In Wittenberg, the chalice is passed from hand to hand. Every churchgoer drinks boldly from it. Some of them take the wafer, raise it on high, and then receive the sacrament. Christ at last belongs not only to the priests, but to the people.
The devil take it. Yet again I see they are making God into food. When will they learn that Christ does not live in our stomachs?
They appeal to your teachings, brother, and anyone who does not agree is flung so brusquely into the darkness outside that he breaks his neck.
Let people worship in the old way or the new way, as they want. We must set things right in people's heads.
Watch what you say. They will brand you if you are a hindrance to progress. They say blood is flowing for noble aims. And someone who has taken a step forward cannot take a step backward.
My brothers, the Lord everlasting is patient. He is not the Lord of haste or bustle. Then let there be peace, not contention. Do not spill the blood of a Christian. We are not butchers. We should embolden our weak brothers and gently instruct them.
Suffer and endure, but for how long?
He too is with the Lords. Let us destroy idols. At least that would be gratifying.
We are not called on to go to heaven alone, but rather we must bring with us our brothers, whom now we do not consider friends.
His Majesty the Prince sends his greetings, and he is pleased that you are conciliatory towards those who follow the old practices. He wishes to ask...
What?
Yet I do not dare say. You are a man with a fiery temper, brother. The Prince asks whether or not it might not be permissible on some days to bring out the holy relics. Not every day, and not all of them. The hip bone of Saint Apollonia for toothaches. The toes of St. Roch for an ugly sore, a strand of St. Anthony's hair for convulsions, the lobe of St. Agatha's ear for tuberculosis.
That haughty grandfather of the devil himself!
Brother Martin Luther, Knight Sickingen sends his greetings.
My greetings to the good knight. What troubles him?
He asks your blessing for his new undertaking, embarked upon for the glory of God. We must inspire and embolden our army. If the famous Brother Luther stands at our side, we will triumph. We have already laid waste to the city of Worms. The wealthy burghers were roasted like fat hogs, and now we lay chase to the bastards of the Antichrist. We will create a peaceful, friendly realm with noble leadership. Look, see what we have embroidered on the sleeves of our doublets.
Lord, thy will be done. False Pope, false priests, we will break your necks of ore, your heads of iron. You shall know what it means when the people of Christ are righteously angered. We would sooner murder every bishop, sooner see every monk perish, than see a single soul be sentenced to damnation because of them. Is this good?
Very good.
I humbly greet the venerable Lord Luther.
Venerable? Me?
Then esteemed, forgive me. I do not understand these titles.
Better that you call me Brother Luther, as everyone else does.
And lo, I show respect.
Where was this respect last time we met? You almost strangled me. It was in an inn, and I was wearing a disguise.
You were that disagreeable knight.
No matter what is past is past. What wind brings you here, stalwart day laborer?
A stormy wind, Lord Luther. They are brandishing your words everywhere. The people are roused and they are seething. We cannot bear the trials to which we are put. We too have a patrimony and rights given by God.
What are these rights?
We are forbidden from shooting a bird in the Lord's open skies. We are forbidden from fishing in the waters given by God. And we cannot catch a rabbit in God's forests. We have placed our trust in Brother Luther.
What can I possibly do for you?
Oh, the words of Brother Luther are as precious as gold.
A terrible supremacy, but someone must lead. Following the example of St. Paul, I have written that every soul should obey the higher powers.
Up and at 'em! Besiege the monasteries! Fell the fat burghers! The Honorable Emperor will see that we are right if we rise up and go into battle!
I do not seek to incite you to rebel. The lords will take merciless revenge. Though I could put a few things down on paper. Foolhardy, drunken princes. What is it you want? God is shrewder than you, and soon he will make fools of you all. And he is more powerful than you. Soon he will bring ruin on you all. As is written, he who lives by the sword shall die by the sword. A Christian man cannot take sword in arm to defend himself, but he can to defend others. If you wish to act as Samson did, then first you yourself be Samson.
Soon thousands and thousands of Samsons will attack.
These are dark times, Brother Luther. You could be more cautious. It would have been more prudent not to have taken a stand next to the knights.
I took a stand next to no one. I emboldened them to do noble battle in the name of God.
Yes, and they pillaged and plundered and paraded around with colourful plumes in their helmets, but then the acclaim went to their heads.
Then we have failed to free the world of the Antichrist priests. Go to hell! Man knows no rest in this world. Hey, my poor friend, how fares your master?
Lord Sickingen is at peace in the bosom of the Lord, but he's no longer my master.
Have the tables turned then?
They have indeed. It is good to have friends in more than one place.
Damnation! I see that you have
You think that I'm a turncoat?
It would be hard to deny it.
The Lord sent me because there is trouble afoot. The peasants, the stalwart serfs who were influenced in part by Brother Luther, have entered an alliance with some of the cunning cities, and they are laying waste to the houses of the peaceful noblemen. Stop them!
And who do you think I am, that I might stop them?
You launched their army down its path like a swarm of Samsons. Perhaps they will pay heed if you speak.
A man hungry, angered, thirsting for blood, listens to no one.
The rebels besieged the castle of Würzburg, but they were driven back. Peasants died by the thousands. Do you wish this to continue? What's your message for them?
The message of peace in Christ.
That will no longer suffice. Pluck up your eloquent tongue, Brother Luther. You will need it. Perhaps you know, my lord, a man by the name of Münzer.
Should I know him, one of Satan's bastards? The eagle does not swoop down to catch a fly.
It seems he knows you. He has many followers among the peasants. They don't tolerate any form of authority. They believe in inspiration only. They are zealots to the point of fanaticism. And with regards to my Lord Luther, the tavern prophet said a few words about him as well. In Wittenberg, our fattened hog brother sits on the throne and lives a torpid life. A deceitful raven, a godless knave, a poisonous worm, a yapping red fox.
The time for mercy has come to an end. We need sword and fire. The rebels must be struck down, strangled, impaled. This bloodthirsty rabble is unable to hear the truth of the word. They are blinded by anger. Truth would triumph without a single flourish of the sword. But then a few of these mad and devils put everything in peril.
Strike down, impale. Ah, Brother Luther, you know how things should be done.
We shall see. We shall see. Lords, serfs, note one thing, lest you reproach me for not having spoken up from the outset. Neither side is right. You fight unjustly. It would be better were the peasants to put down their weapons and, in exchange, be shown mercy. For if the peasants come to wield unlimited power, then the devil himself would lead them. Yet if the tyrannical noblemen prevail, the devil's mother will be lord of the world.
You have betrayed us, my Lord Luther! You have betrayed your brothers!
Men who have lost their minds are not my brothers.
And we should just bow and scrape and bow? Always against the wind? The love of God? The flames of truth? Where is the unadulterated gospel? The pure soul? Munzer was right.
Capture the intruders and take them away. You were wise, Brother Martin, to come to our side. 100,000 peasants have bit the dust, and the bloodshed is not over.
I hope you show them mercy.
Not at all. The moment they put down their weapons, we fertilized the soil of our German motherland with their bodies.
What kind of Christians are you?
We kept our promises. For who faces fewer trials? Who has more God-given rights than the dead? Unless he was a brazen rebel who is to be struck down, impaled. You wrote so yourself, Luther. At least be faithful to your own words.
Lord, forgive me, your miserable servant. You see my soul, my terrible sufferings, the blood of all those who had faith in me. How do I go on living now?